Yeah, it's Mr. Infamous Sean Shaw. Last year said the 1,000 mile journey begins with one single step. Well, as you know, I'm a writer, and a writer's got to write. No, I didn't watch the last few episodes of She-Hulk because, well, after episode 7, I was like, oh God. I was like, Jesus Christ. Every episode is going to be about Jim Walters can't find a man. I need a man. I can't find a man. It's like, oh God. All right, I'm going to do the She-Hulk writer's jobs. I'm going to do Gal's job right now. Hopefully it takes under 10 minutes, but I'm going to give you what Jim Watcher should have been. And I wrote this down especially. The show lacks a feeling of immersion because the writers don't like the source material. You can feel every man in this show is written like he's an incel off the internet. They're all socially awkward. They're all weird, little soft, scrunched up beta male type. Just like, yeah, those are the people who actually read comic books. Those are the like they're trying to like attack comic book fans, but like we all don't look like that. We don't look like that. So it's like it's weird that they think that we all are incels. It's really weird. So let's get to it. We'll call this Project Jim Walters. Now, Jin should have been a reluctant hero. Keyword reluctant hero. We're gonna have a theme of responsibility and accountability. Jim Walters should have like that should have been the main thing, like scales of justice, responsibility, accountability. Now, I don't give a shit how Jim Walters get her powers. I don't give a crap about that. But after Jim Walters got her powers, we should have immediately had like I actually don't mind her going back into the real world as quick as possible because I feel like well she was already herself when she got back into the real world. I don't mind her spending some time with Bruce and like hanging out and stuff, but the whole training montage you probably could have done without a little bit. Like maybe showed her a few things, but he didn't go the whole we didn't have to get into the whole. Oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. It's like maybe it's like so like Bruce could have learned a lesson. Like maybe I don't know everything about the Hulk. It's like maybe I could teach you something about the Hulk in a respectful manner. Like so I didn't want this to happen to me. This is weird. I'm not really like I don't really like it, but I can work with it. Because Jen Waters is someone like you give her a lemon, she makes lemonade. That's a good attitude to have. She's like, this sucks, but I could do so much great with it. Like that little like you know that little bullshit scene where she was like in episode 7 where she's like saying, I'm this about She-Hulk, I'm that about She-Hulk. Well all they do is talk about how great She-Hulk is. Well that's good. It's time to show it. Now, what Jen should have been doing is saving people. Not out of like going out her way to save people like Spider Man does. Not going out her way. Just she's out on a coffee as Jen Watchers and she sees some man steal a purse. And then she immediately, and she like, oh, God damn it. I ripped my clothes again. He's like, put me down, put me down. It's like, you just stole this woman's purse. Simple shit. Little things like that. Now, this is where the meat and bones of the story should have came in. Titania, you know, the crappy actress, we should have replaced her, number one. But like this woman should have been should have been trying to be a she's trying to be a hero, be an influencer and a hero. She's a hero influencer. She's like always trying to save people and do the right thing, and she's always trying to like capture it on camera, most like most people do today. Like, look, I'm doing the right thing. How great am I for helping? Oh my God, I'm saving these lives. Titania, the hero. We should have had her like that. We should have had her going out there, and then when she goes out there and tries to do good, Titania fucks it up. Fucks it up. And then She-Hulk's like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I get you want to be a hero, but I mean, I'm not a hero either, but I'll spend time with one. And I can tell you this being a hero is not about cameras and flashing. And Titania gives this attitude like, bitch, who are you? I can do what I want. And she's like, I'm Jim Walters, I'm a lawyer. And I'm going to make sure people like you don't do this. In which we get the courtroom drama, which is going to be not the Human Registration Act, the Superhero Registration Act, Sokovia Accords, call it whatever you want. We're going to bring that back up for one reason. Jim Waters is like this. Look, I don't mind heroes getting out to save people. And in fact, this show does a good job of showing multiple irrelevant motherfuckers getting out there trying to be heroes. Now, with with Titania trying to be a hero, Jim Waters is going like this. We need you to register because you have to be held accountable for what you do and you have to be responsible for your actions because being a hero is more than just camera being a celebrity really because that's what Titania wants to be. Her thing should have been I'm trying to be a hero because I want to be a celebrity. That would have been way better than what we got. And Jen's finding the system to make sure that people like Titania have to register. Enter a guy like Matt Murdock who's going to be like you don't understand. Some people, if they get their lives exposed, they're going to have a lot of trouble, a lot of trouble. in which it's like it's a conflict of back and forth of like shot like yes this is the same thing from the from the movies, but still Mark Millar didn't do a good job of the comic book of talking about it. We could do it here. So like just have a real conversation about like some like Matt Murdock is there on the side of like if I'm exposed like he somehow like they go on missions together before she ever finds out he's damn it, why am I breaking on fucking I almost called him like damn it, it's not it's not Ben Affleck. Oh my god. What is not Charlie Cox? I'm thinking of Matt Murdock. Why did I think Ben Affleck? Oh my god, I thought Ben Affleck. I'm a bad person. I thought Ben Affleck in that. Alright. Okay. Then we get to a point like we could have got to a point where Daredevil reveals who he is, and like She-Hulk somehow work on the range where it's like some you have to register with Shield or you have to like you can't just go out here and be a hero on your own. Just like she's out here chasing camera lights and shit. Now, here's where I'm actually proud of myself because I'm doing this like I'm not even a woman and I can write this job. I can write this better than the head writers of She-Hulk. So you can easily have a scene where Jim Walters is walking down the street out alone or in the middle of the street. I would say public street where this guy, preferably that dude with the beard. I didn't watch that stupid ass episode with the dude that was like yelling in the restaurant. A guy like him come up to her and go, some, "Ooh, baby, you know you ready for some of this good loving?" And Jen's like, "No, I'm okay." And he's like pushy, he's pushing on her, and she's like, "I'm telling you, no." She's probably rejected him, and then he fucks up real bad because he touches her. There's a big mistake. You don't touch someone you don't know, especially if they're telling you no. And this guy, when he touches her, she gets angry and she lifts him in the air and says, "You don't touch me." That's when all the cell phones come out, all the cameras come out, and we're looking at her like, "Oh God, she's a monster! She's a monster! She's a monster!" Like, no, I'm not a monster. This man just touched me. He doesn't have a right to touch me. We have 2 episodes where it's like, well, we could talk about sexual harassment, actual sexual harassment of like, yo, speaking to someone is sexual harassment. Well, like getting physical touching, that's very sexual harassment. Motherfucker, don't keep your goddamn hands to yourself. Keep your goddamn hands to your motherfucking self. We can have an entire episode like that. 2 episodes like that, where it's like She-Hulk has to like prove I'm not some angry savage monster. I'm just a woman walking down the street. This man touched me. I incapacitated him. I'm not wrong for what I did. And she used the full extent of the law and her knowledge to do it. Now, Jen Walters should probably be like, well, she's a lawyer. She gets laid. We should embrace that. I don't know why this show is trying to make it seem like this show does 2 things at once. Jen Walters like, sure, she doesn't even get laid that much. She only has sex with 3 people. But my only problem is everyone's treating Jen Walters in this show like she's so immaculately hot. It's like, oh my god, she's a 10, bro. It's like, no. You can look at her and say, yeah, I'd fuck, but would I have a relationship with her? Probably not. Now, She-Hulk, you probably want a relationship with her. Now, Jen embraces getting laid, and also for some odd reason, she's embracing safe sex. Well, because it's good to embrace safe sex. But she's a lawyer. She's in contact with top quality men. She's around men with money. Why would she be around a bunch of weak, scrawny losers? That don't make no goddamn sense. In fact, there should be an episode where she sleeps with the lawyer, and this dude turns around and like starts talking shit behind her back. He starts slut shaming her, saying Jen's easy, Jen's super easy. And it's like, yeah, I got up in it. Everyone's making jokes about it, but Jen is so smart and so savvy enough where she turns around and say, your 2 minutes, you're bragging about your 2 minutes of fame. You think you're ever gonna get to hit this again? And then there needs to be another scene, like later on during the episode, like probably like 6, 7, 8, where like he sees her doing well. He comes out like, hey, you know, man, you should hook up again. It's fun. And he's like, you're not getting no pussy. You can't keep your mouth shut. And plus, you weren't that great. So why would I give you some more pussy? He's like, he thinks he can fuck again? Hell no. Jen Walters shut that shit down. She owns her femininity. She owns the fact that she gets laid. She owns the fact that she's a boss. And not in the sense of like some, I'm a baller, I willed it over people. In the sense of I'm doing my own thing. And when people and for some odd reason, people want to tear me down. But I can't let people tear me down because I'm a lawyer now. I'm a hero now. After I have morals to uphold. I have to like carry the law and carry myself as a respectable person. But that doesn't mean I don't have fun. That doesn't mean I'm a total bitch. I can have fun. Like Jen embraces some of the good things, but also she doesn't mix her work life with her sex life. I know I just gave the whole little lawyer storyline thing, but still, Jen very much is not the type of person to like get like she doesn't make it personal ever in the lawyer world. She tries to keep it extreme. Like when it gets personal, she's like, shit, fuck, I gotta keep it unpersonal. It's like she tries to separate herself from that. I like that. I very much like that. And which that lawyer dude I talked about, like who she slept with, we can have to be an actual manipulative man. This is just simple ass writing. I don't know why the fuck and it's a room full of women, dude. You're making women look bad. God damn it. Come on. I know we got women writers that are great. J.K. Rowling proved it. What the fuck? Final thing. Jen should embrace being She-Hulk. As in, like, in the show, she's all like, oh, I hate it. There's something good about it. Oh, I hate it. Then she uses everything that's good about it to get what she wants. Jen, when Jen's in her downtime, she goes to therapy. That's fucking boring. In that episode, you know what Jen would have did? Fine. She-Hulk time. Then she would have ran. And then she would have took off and jumped into the sky. Jen seemed like the type of person that would have fun with the powers. She would run, have fun, swim. She probably wrestled like really, like if you really want to get funny, that'd be just a random ass picture of her wrestling the shark. It's like, don't worry, I didn't hurt it, but I did wrestle the shark. It's something dumb. It's like she'd be doing fun little stupid things, getting into fights, saving people for the right reason. It's Jen Walters, and everyone around her is like, it's She-Hulk. Like you saw when she walked into the bar, it was like She-Hulk. That's how it always should have been for her for one reason. She's proven herself. She's paid her dues. She's helped people. People like Jen Walters. People want to be around Jen Walters. People want to be around She-Hulk. When she's Jen Walters, she's like, it's Jen Walters, She-Hulk. And like some people come up to her on the streets, like, hey, I need some warrior advice. That costs money. Jen Walters can be a fun. Also, I didn't watch the episode, but I did see that video of like Jen in college, and I was like, wow. And who is that actress they got to be Jen in college? Because that girl was hot and fun. It's like I would have rather seen her be Jen Walters. It's like, yeah, that looks like the She-Hulk I want to see. It's like she's hot, she's fun, and she's not. She doesn't have a stick up her ass. I'm sorry, but the actress seems like she has a stick up her ass. It's like, oh my god, we have to do this again. Oh my god, it's like it's always worrying. Like, we gotta worry, we gotta worry, we gotta worry. It's like, yo, this is fun. Let's have some fun. She-Hulk writers did not have fun. Well, they had fun, but the audience is just like, wow, just wow. I just find it very, very sad that I easily just made Jim Walters likable. It's been about 12 minutes in this video, and they've had 9 entire episodes to do that one thing, make Jen likable. That's why I think see Jen Walters has no redeeming qualities, and that's the worst part about this whole thing. She-Hulk, Jen Walters could be so great, so cool, and a welcome addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the writers don't like this shit. They really don't. They think it's beyond the joke. They think that if you read this, you're a loser. They really believe that. It's like some only a loser would sit up and read this. This is so stupid and silly. In which I was looking at some of the Harley Quinn show, and I gotta say, same thing with that. It's like the writers have the same effect. It's like you guys don't really like this. You just see this as a way for you to get your messages across. In which I have to say, fuck your message. I didn't come here to see that shit. I came here to escape. You guys have a good one. You're a champion, not a chump.